Kamal Baheti, who's the CFO of McLeod Russel, joins in with his perspective on how business is shaping up, especially in lieu of tea prices rising. Mr. Baheti, good to have you on the show. Things are looking up really for tea prices. How long and how much can prices go up by?
So we have to really look at this entire price increase scenario on the background that there has been crop losses in many areas this year. Right from Kenya in the month of January, February, where the report is out, they lost around 35-40 million kilograms of tea, which is used in percentage terms. South India is dry. We have got some loss reports which is coming from Sri Lanka. So, the prices in Africa and international market have been very strong, going up by 15 to 20% in the last 3 months. We started the new season in India. The opening prices had been pretty okay. I think on an average they are 10 to 15 rupees higher. But this is just beginning of the season. In the next couple of months, we should be able to really get the indicator. But our expectation is that this should be a year which is good on prices for Indian teas.
I understand, Mr. Baheti, that there have been some supply-side pressures. Production in Kenya and Sri Lanka is expected to be low. How will this work in your favor? Do you think that you will be able to increase your exports?
This is what generally happens. Last year, Kenya made a record crop and we actually lost on our export quantities. And that was an extra supply which was there in Indian market. So if there are higher prices in the shortage in the international market, very sure that there will be some extra quantities which will be exported. Number two, last couple of years, Indian production has been more or less stagnant other than the last year where it gone up by around 25 million kilograms. This year, looking at South India, which is a little dry, and carry forward teas being low, and the exports quantity is likely to be higher. We expect even during the peak season the prices to be very strong. But as I said, that this is just the estimations or our understanding of the entire market. The opening level had been strong. June, July is the right time when the peak season comes to really get a full view of where the prices are going to be.
What would that do for your margins?
Again, for tea industry, it is a fixed cost. Majorly 85% of the total cost is fixed. So any increase in the prices actually reflects at the bottom line. We lost margins substantially in the last 3 years, mainly because the prices had been either lower or stagnant. The cost had going up. But if there are increase in the prices, other than the first increase of around 4-5%, which takes care of the cost increase, rest will reflect at the bottom line. So we expect the margins to improve, but it will all again depend on the prices. The prices has to go up by say 25-30 rupees per kg this year, which we lost 10 rupees last year. Then the margin will definitely improve by around 15 rupees per kg.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about how you see an average monsoon scenario actually impacting your production?
In fact, right from the very beginning, not only monsoon, but Assam do get some rain in February and also in April and May. The weather conditions in Assam had been okay till date. The production had been in line, other than in few areas there had been either excessive rains or some hailstorms. Luckily, Assam Valley did not get impacted. So I would say North India is okay on production other than few areas in North India. The major problem has been in South India, Kenya and Sri Lanka. So overseas is the major impact. And with the prediction of normal monsoon, which is being done by May, I hope this year becomes good on production. We don't lose crop, which we lost in 2014 and 2015. So production scenario remaining stable with shortages in the international market, higher exports, actually augurs well for the overall operations of the industry. So if the prices really start going up, if they have started going up, production actually doesn't get impacted because of the weather conditions. This year, 2017-18 can be a very good year for us.
Yeah, it seems like it. How are you looking at overall volumes, overall production to be this year?
As I said, that production will be similar to what it is there last year if you don't lose. The only issue is that last year the weather conditions had been good. We did recover the crop which we lost in the previous year. If the weather continues to be good this year, we may recover a little bit more. But it looks like it will be similar to last year on the volumes. So in India as a company, we produce around 84-85 million kilograms, which we think that we should be able to really achieve this year. And overseas, which has been around 28-29 million kilograms, there may be some loss in Uganda and Rwanda because of the production issues, other weather issues. But otherwise, it seems like on volume, it will be similar to last year.
Okay, and What about expenses as well? Give us a sense finally as to whether or not there are any cost pressures, and on the wage front, are you seeing a jump in expenses?
Yeah, as per the last agreement, there is an increase which we already effective for January 2017. The increase is around 8 to 9% as compared to last year. Other than the wage increase, I don't see much impact on the cost. But wage increase, which has gone up by around 40% in last 3 years, it continues to be higher. So there will be around 8-9% of the total of the wage cost increase, which means around 4-5% of the total cost increase in our case. And that is what I said, that any increase beyond that particular amount in prices should reflect at the bottom line. So we expect prices to be substantially higher, not only to take care increase in the wages, but to recover the margins which we lost in last 3 years.